I just got a lemonade. But I have lemonades
There's
in
no
here.
Pin Whip in there?
No. There's lemonades. There's Sunkist. There's Diet Pepsi. There's Doctor. And then there's you didn't like those. There's also cranberry juice.
Is that a potential heartburn situation, cranberry juice?
It might be for you. I love it, but I don't know what your situation is.
Does it give you heartburn?
Nope.
Do you get heartburn from anything?
Not really.
Scumbag.
Sorry. Or you just say fuck it, have a Portrunger, which is delicious.
Not a beer.
That's no regular beer, Tom. That's the official beer of spring.
All right, let me try the
What?
cranberry.
Okay.
We're going to see how it works. I'm getting rid of this.
If we had grapefruit juice, you could have a mattress. This is a Cape Codder.
They call it a mattress when you got both?
Yeah, called a mattress.
I don't know that I've had that.
You haven't, probably. Anyway, oh, by the way, we're live.
Are we really?
We're live.
We're live?
We're live.
When did you hit the button?
I forgot I hit the button. I guess this stuff works. Anyway, segment 2. Welcome back to IDZ. As you can see, it's the cocktail hour.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm refreshing.
Yes,
refreshing.
refreshing.
I had
his first one was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, so the first segment was brought to you by
This piece of shit.
Pepsi Mango Zero Sugar, which, I'm sorry, I don't like to downplay products. Now, they're, can't hurt them. And even if it was a shitty product, it couldn't hurt that either because we got 10 people that might watch. Anyway.
Or 35, like the last segment they watched. 35.
How many views did we get?
Got 35 on the last one.
35 views?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, 35 then. Anyway, not a brand-busting effort.
By the way.
I don't recommend this. Not to sip on, not to mix with. It's not good.
We had one last week that had 193 views.
Well, we could have blown up Coke with that.
I'm just saying. Your timing was not good on this. Anyway, you need more ice?
Yes.
Of course you do. So now I'm going to get up. Anyway, that is the Redoubtable One Time. There's a highly questionable argument about you. Segment 2, NBA playoffs. So much to unpack here.
Baby. I've been this excited.
I got news for you. This is going to be a lot of fun. And let me just get his drink because this is the segment you're going to want to watch. So if you're looking forward to this, so being the playoffs.
So I will say this. Couple games came down to the wire yesterday. Really, the Knicks-Bulls game was the only good game. Yeah. So with all the different scenarios, there wasn't a ton of climaxing on Sunday, and I don't mean orgasmically. Maybe a little more. Sorry, really. You missed. Kid missed.
Stoned.
Really? Yeah. I gave him a really.
Yeah, Mr. How did we get here?
I can put an ice. That's hard. Putting an ice cube in a cup, not hard.
It is when you're stoned. You know what's funny, America? When you're drunk and stoned, the simplest things seem to be the most difficult.
So back to the story. Sunday, not really very. It was I would say it was anticlimactic.
Well, it was once the Bucks lost.
Yeah, and just not even close, right?
Although the Knicks damn near lost.
That was the only exciting game.
Damn near lost.
Went into overtime. Bulls are playing for nothing, just to be a pain in the ass. They had nothing on the line because they were locked into their playing spot.
I think what they were doing,
and they weren't going to let us kick.
Let me tell you what the Bulls were doing, okay? Because they are in the play-in, and they're the 10th seed or the 9th seed, whatever. So what they were doing was they know that the team they're playing in the play-in is nowhere near the caliber of the New York Knicks. And they're in New York. And by the way, New York needs the game. So they knew this was going to be no scrimmage. They were going to get New York's unknowingly best punch. And they're like, if we can hold our own against these guys, this bodes well for us against Atlanta. So if you're the coach of that team, Billy Donovan, and by the way, he's that smart. That's what he was doing. It wasn't just, let's just be a pest. No, they're getting ready for their game. Because if they lose, they're done. Mm-hmm. So Billy Donovan.
Why are you yelling at me about it?
Because you should have figured that out. You're smart. Well, like you said, they're just being a pest for no reason.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I did say being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, for no reason like this. No, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm just saying that's the mark of a good coach.
But I'm just saying, like, they didn't have to do that to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have to play that hard because it was going to change their
No, it was
their finish.
They were playing that hard because
They were sharpening.
Because they were sharpening against a better opponent.
That's a good point.
that needed the game, so you knew you would get everything they had. Because the Knicks were like, we get the 2 seed. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know that they got the Knicks. They didn't get the Knicks A game.
Yeah, they did.
No, they do. The Knicks had.
What did Brunson end up with?
40
and 8 assists. What did Anunoby end up with?
8 turnovers.
No, give me the rest of his stat line.
I don't know.
I got news for you. They did get the Knicks A game, and when I made A game, they didn't play the best, but they got the Knicks' best effort because the Knicks needed that
Knicks
game.
always give effort.
And what Billy Donovan was doing is, look, we're going to go at these guys during this game because here's the thing: we know Atlanta's not as good as these guys. If we can hold our own with these guys, Atlanta doesn't have a scrimmage like that set up in the next week.
Well, whoever loses that playing game between Philly and Miami
plays the winner of.
They better be careful. Because Chicago's coming through.
Thing is,
right? Atlanta's not going to beat them, are they?
I don't think so.
What is Atlanta? Are they the 9? Or are they the 10?
Well, why don't we just look at it? Since I had it up here a second ago, before someone had to mix another drink. They are 10. So that game is
in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
Yeah, Brunson always compliments Billy Donovan at the end of games when they play the Bulls.
Yeah, and here,
Billy's got them playing great.
Billy won 2 national championships at Florida. He was the last team to go back for UConn. That dude can coach. Billy can coach, and the Chicago's in the playoffs, and they've been undermanned. They've had injuries. Chicago just missed being over 5. They have 4 games below 500, and they had a rash of injuries. But here they are. DeRozan missed time. Like they had, I don't know how good Ball is, but he's pretty good. He was a starter. He was out for the whole season. So they are here. Yeah. And they proved to me on Sunday that they're going to be a tough out.
True that.
They are. So kudos to Billy Donovan for using that game as a teaching moment and to prepare him for Atlanta, who did not have a scrimmage like that on Sunday, I can tell you right now. So that bodes well for Chicago. It wasn't they were like just trying to be a pain in the ass. So, but look, here's the other thing.
Good point.
Here's the other thing, though. And here's what I take about the Knicks. That team threw everything at you in the kitchen sink. Yeah. And you still won.
And that team did it with nothing on the line.
Exactly.
Like, the Bulls were able to give you almost a different kind of a best shot because if they lost, who gives a fuck?
I'm saying they had nothing to lose.
So, to your point, they're going out there because, hey, this is a good prep for this next game.
I can news you. I think it did both teams good.
Oh, yeah.
I think it did both teams good.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you had to play for something, but you got to end up getting something out of it too, for your team.
Dude, they helped us out when Colby White stopped getting the ball at the end of the fourth quarter.
My thing is, the Knicks found a way to win that game, and it wasn't their A game.
Yeah.
That bold, they can win ugly.
Mm-hmm.
That's another sign of.
They've shown that all
I'm saying,
year.
but that's another mark of a good team. They can still win when they're on the fastball.
When 2 of your big guns go down and you still get the 2 seed, you definitely can win ugly.
I'm saying, but
because most shit ain't gonna be pretty, baby.
I'm saying, but this is what happened.
Not without stars.
Chicago. They honestly gave each other a great freaking run for this playoff.
That was a tough game to watch as a Knicks fan. It was pretty.
I'll tell you what. If DeRozan had a good look, man. He had a good look.
Yeah, but he had 2 guys on him. It wasn't an easy shot. He was close.
I'll tell you what. He got a clean. When I say he got a clean look, remember these are NBA guys. Their vertical leap is between 38 and 50. So there were 2 guys there, but he saw the rim clearly. Trust me. Okay, he just short-armed it. Mm-hmm. But again, the thing is, there were 2 guys there. He didn't get all the way to the rim. He had to float it over him. So
he had to fade.
I'm saying it goes both ways. The thing is this. The people that were in, and again, we heard this from this Khan guy on Get It This Morning. Han.
I think it's Alan Hahn.
Han.
He's pretty good. I like his take.
He knows his stuff, but he was saying the fans were thinking in there about maybe they should miss.
Well, no, he said everybody in Madison Square Garden, once Cleveland lost, wanted the Knicks to lose. Because once Cleveland had lost, there was no way we could finish beyond third.
Yeah.
So,
but you guys are trying to avoid something.
He was saying.
Well, the fans.
He was saying the fans, and it sounded like he kind of agreed with it.
He did.
Let's get the 3 seed so we can play the Pacers instead of Miami or Philly. That is totally different from what I was in my house. Like, I couldn't sit down during that Bulls game. I wanted them to win that game.
Yeah.
There was nothing in me that said. I wanted us to go in going, yep, we won our final fucking game because we're ready to beat somebody's ass. And we don't care who it is. You're not going to win an NBA championship by taking the easy road. I promise you that. It won't happen. And I don't think they're going to win the championship this year, but if they are going to do it, beating a team like Miami or Philly in the first round is the type of thing that could springboard them and say, yeah, we can play with anybody.
Yeah, by the way, you're right. Keep going.
Well, sorry. I was just going to say, and then I'll stop. Because as we've talked about, Miami and Philly, that's not like beating a 7 or 8 seed. Not even close. Because of the type of players they have on those teams. So, I think I'd rather them face one of them in the first round.
By the way,
than lose a game on purpose to play Indy, who's a high-powered offense that, you know, if you fall asleep, they could beat your ass too.
By the way, here's the thing, and this is what people don't get, and this is what Knicks fans clearly don't get.
If we believe that guy.
Listen, well, he was there.
A lot of people at Madison Square Garden aren't necessarily like hardcore Knicks fans.
I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying if that's the vibe he got in the building, he must have talked to somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that, and there's probably more than one. The thing is this. Here's the problem.
You know how much it costs to go to a Knicks game?
Probably your left arm or your right arm. Which
exactly.
One? The bottom line is this. These people that are saying this don't understand that the last thing you want to do when you don't have all the bullets in your gun is go up with the team that has the biggest gun. What I mean by that? I mean, the Indiana Pacers aren't an explosive offense. They're the best fucking offense in the league. It's not, and let me explain this to you, okay? They're averaging 123 points a game. Number 2 offense in the league is Boston, okay? They're also the best shooting team in the league at over 50%, okay? So here's my problem for you donkeys out there trying to play this, I know a little something on the side. You don't know shit. Because honestly, if I am missing 24 points out of my lineup, the last fucking team I want to see is the number 1 offense in the league. Because if I get into a shootout with them, I lose. Every time. Okay?
He's yelling at me again.
I'm yelling at the screen, not you. Okay? The thing is this, all right? I would rather take my chances with those two because I know that they don't have that kind of offense where they can. And by the way, they did that to everybody.
Yeah.
It's not they might. No, they did.
Well, I think the Knicks have a better record against Philly than they do Indiana this year.
Well, the Knicks are number 2 in defense. This is strength against strength. Now, that's the why I don't want that if I'm the Knicks. Because what happens if you have to get into a shootout with them?
Sure.
You're outgunned.
No, I didn't think about it from that standpoint. But
you're not the only one.
But I didn't want it.
I know you didn't want it. You wanted it for another reason. Both reasons.
But
Two
for
reasons
another reason,
yeah,
is that like I don't believe in telling people to pull their foot off the gas to try to avoid competition.
No.
And that's not the DNA of this Knicks team.
That's not the DNA of any professional athlete.
Well,
especially when we're talking about the playoffs.
There's some that would do it. Do you remember when the Eagles pulled Jalen Hurts out of a game?
Yeah.
For a pick? Maybe that's a little different.
Well, it is because you're already.
That's a little. That's
a little different. Yeah. The point is this: look at if LeBron James is who he thinks he is, you're gonna avoid the current league MVP. What is that gonna say about your reputation? Yeah, he actually tanked a game because he was afraid to face this guy. Because that, by the way, that'll have staying power too.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think he will.
No.
This is where I'm giving LeBron credit. First of all, we'll know pretty quick if they're doing it. I don't think they're going to do it, but stranger things have happened.
Who are they playing, though? The Pelicans?
They're playing
they can lose to the Pelicans without trying to lose to the Pelicans.
They blew them out the other day.
Yeah, but you don't think they can lose to the Pelicans?
Yeah, of course they can. But I'm just saying that I would rather win that first game than have it come down to
you have to play to win that game.
You have to play to win that game.
Yeah. And if you happen to lose it, okay.
Yeah,
then
but here's the thing.
Fight.
Whether you like it or not, if your aspiration or goal is the championship, which if it's LeBron James, I'm pretty certain it's not to make a deep run. Okay? He wants that 5th ring. At some point, he's going to go through Denver anyway.
That's right.
And I got an issue.
You're not going to find an easy path.
I'd rather get them earlier than later, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
you know why? Because right now, Jamal Murray's not 100%. But in 3 weeks, he might be. So I'd rather get him early, than get him late. If you're gonna have to face him either way. I'd rather get him early, because no one's gonna. Well, no one thinks you're gonna win anyway.
Problem is, AD's back now.
His back is hurting him.
Yeah, he came out of the game.
Oh, that's no good.
He came out of the game on Sunday with spasms.
Well, then you want to play one less game anyway, because the more games he plays, if he loses, he's got to play 2 games.
But here's the thing.
Unless they sit.
If he's like 50%, I don't think I play him against the Pelicans.
Well, yeah, we'll see how bad it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's like you're probably not going to beat the Pelicans if he's limping out there.
True.
You know.
You're right. But again, if he can't play because he's legitimately hurt, that's different. That's different. I have no problem with that. That's not him. If he's hurt, he's hurt.
Because you buy him an extra 2 days rest, I think?
Yeah, and maybe they win the game without him anyway.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, but I'm saying, if he's legitimately hurt and you have another game, you sit him.
Yeah.
And try and win one without him.
Right.
And then if you have to put him out there, then you do it.
Right.
But no, you have a little game. You can actually it's like you got a freebie here.
Yeah.
See if you can get it without him. If not, we'll give him the extra 2 days and we'll play that game.
Yeah.
So that I get too, because that's not a bad strategy either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And again, that's legitimate. So, but the thing is this: all of these matchups. I mean, what I love.
Well, let me ask you this first.
Yeah.
Who do you think wins that game, Philly or Miami?
It's in Philly.
I know. Philly.
Miami's not what they. I got news for you. Miami could lose to Chicago very easily, and if Embiid is standing now, remember now when they were both playing hard just a week ago, Philly won in Miami. Now it's in Philly. Mm-hmm. So I give Philly the edge in that game if Embiid's healthy. If he's not, obviously that changes a lot of things. But Philly at home's been tough. So to me, if he's not there, it's a coin flip. I think Philly could still win, maybe a little higher. Yeah. If he's healthy, Philly wins that game.
Yeah.
Philly's winning that game. Okay, it's in Philly. They're winning that game. Now the question becomes, what if Miami loses to Chicago? Because Miami hasn't been Miami pretty much all season. The Miami that we think they are or were. And again, I don't know.
It's similar to what they did last year too, right? Like they weren't great last year. They were an 8.
They actually have a better record this year, I think.
Really? But I mean, they were an 8 last year. So the same thing.
I think. Let me see. They were an 8.
And they lost the game in the play-in, didn't they?
Yeah, they won the second game.
They lost them for.
And then again, they drew Milwaukee.
That's so weird.
Giannis goes down in the second game.
They got lucky.
Misses 3 games in a row, basically.
They got lucky there.
I don't think they win that series if Giannis goes down.
Yeah.
And then momentum, which is that thing that's real, people think isn't. It's real. Okay.
Well, then he came back and he wasn't Giannis.
No. Well, how was he going to be?
Yeah, he was
his first game back. He was not going to be who he was. Like you don't just come off an injury like that quickly and hey, they put the cape on.
Was that a back injury?
Yeah.
Back injuries.
They're tricky. They're very tricky. So look, that was a miraculous run last year, and look, they did it. I give them credit for it. But they're not sneaking up on anybody because of last year, and 2, even though technically their record is a little bit better, they don't look the same. They just don't. They don't look like. And they brought in Terry Rozier, which gives them technically more offense. They've never really figured out how to make that work, I don't think. And defensively, they're not what they were.
He had a good game against
the
Knicks.
We hate Kyle Lowry, but defensively, he was a dog. And he was a dirty dog at that, but he was a dog. He made life miserable for you on the defensive end because he would do anything he could. He would cheat. He would do anything he could. Okay, he was dirty. He was all those things. But they were a tougher defensive team when he was here. They just were. They're not the same.
Well, they also had. Who was the guard that went to the Lakers that hasn't played?
Yeah, they lost him too.
What's his name?
I don't know, but he killed the Celtics.
Yeah.
He had his name. He killed us.
And then there was another guy, Strauss. I don't know that he was a great defender, but another like gritty player.
Yeah, he's in Philly. Did he leave
Strauss?
Yeah, isn't he in Philly now? I think.
We were just watching him the other day.
Yeah. Where was he?
It's Strus.
Strus.
Where the hell is he? I don't know. Is he on Cleveland? He's on
Maybe.
Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland. Yeah. So they didn't keep those guys, which were keys to their bench.
Yeah.
They really were, in that run they made. So, look, my thing is if I'm the Knicks, I'm not afraid of these two teams coming in here. Miami, I'm not. Whoever I get, okay? Because I think they have the big men to give Embiid fits and wear him out. And Brunson will cancel out Maxey. He will. He'll cancel out Maxey. Now, here's the thing. OG Anunoby, who is the defensive stopper, must give them a little more on offense. Mm-hmm. And he's capable. He had 24 points in one of the last cases. He's capable, but he's got to do it. He's got to give him 20.
And he can't be turning the ball over.
No.
I don't know what that was.
But again, I think that was more an aberration because he hasn't done that. Mm. It's not like there's a pattern here. There was no pattern. That's why it was so odd.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, that's more of an aberration. I didn't see him do that 2 or 3 times.
Maybe they just got hit in the mouth by Chicago and were like, oh,
I
fuck.
think they were surprised at how hard Chicago came at them.
Because they looked a little sped up.
I think they had a hard time adjusting to Chicago's pressure because they didn't think they were going to get it. And the thing is, then they thought, all right, well, they're just doing this for a half. They never took their foot off the gas. Chicago kept coming. And
all the way
into overtime. So, I mean, they weren't expecting it. Because technically he's right. Chicago was locked in. Oh, this team's not going to they're playing for nothing. That's the Knicks thought was going to happen, and that's not what happened. So, because Billy Donovan's a hell of a coach. He's like, no, we're going to use this as a teaching tool. We're going to use it to prep us for Atlanta. It's smart. That's a good coach.
Preparatory.
Yeah. It's like a scrimmage before the big game. Hey, you know what? What if we get a better opponent in here than the one we're going to play? We'll just say that. Oh, by the way, and they need the game? Yeah, that's ideal. And I guarantee...
It's Herb Brooks-esque.
It is. And Billy Donovan's that type of coach. So,
it's Tom Coughlin-esque.
It is.
Game 17 or Game 16 against the Pats.
Well, they just wanted to stop the end. They didn't know if they'd see him again. Pats could have lost any time in the...
But it was still, to me, it was also a principle thing, though.
Well, we're not going to come in here and let them walk all over us.
We're not going to give them a perfect season. Not if we played them.
No. But that's why I laugh at people who say, well, the Giants lost to him at home when Brady was on 2 legs. And the Giants were trying to win the game.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you make of that? Because it came
down
to
nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, they came in with everything to lose on your field, and they still dropped 38 in your head. So I mean, we dropped
35 on theirs.
Yeah, but 38 trumps 35.
I know, but we didn't need to win that game.
Yeah, well, the second game, the 2 defenses apparently woke up because there was none of that on the side of the ball.
17-14.
Yeah, so I mean, but the thing is, the Patriots beat the Giants that year on their field, and they were both going at each other.
Yeah, because you guys were better than us.
So the thing is, when he says if they played 10 times, they might win 9, we saw him beat them that same year on their field. So he's not exactly wrong when he says that.
I don't think I ever said that.
You did.
Really?
Yeah, you did. On tape, I might add.
No.
Yeah, you said, look,
we
were talking about that.
Find
it. I'm not finding it. That was so long ago. I remember you saying it. Because it was during the football season. We were getting nostalgic.
You can't remember.
Oh, I remember you saying
how we got into this conversation 2 minutes ago, and you can remember me saying that.
I saw it again when I edited the tape. I saw it twice.
I watch all these things.
I watched them before, yeah.
It's not fair. It's actually more than fair because he's the one fucking uploading it.
I'm the one getting it all set up, and if there's something that I have to take out because we fucked up.
You've never taken anything.
No, because we've never gone over the line. We've gone over a line, but not the line. Not the line we're going to get sued.
We've never done anything crazy like that.
But you
don't even have anything to edit the video with.
You said I can cut and pay. Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can. Oh yes, I can. Very easily.
Snip, snip.
Yep. Let's take those.
I didn't realize I was sitting next to.
Let's take those 2 seconds out of there.
Didn't realize I was sitting next to the Scorsese of sports over here.
I'm just saying, when you and I get to that level, we forget things we say. And
we never say anything that bad.
We don't know that because we forget. That's why I go back and look at it again and make sure one of us didn't do something stupid.
I don't say anything too crazy. Now, my sports takes could be awful, but you're not going to... You'd have to edit the whole...
Everybody has awful sports takes.
You'd have to edit...
Is Mel Kiper always right? No, he's not.
No, but those people at least are researched.
Did Red Auerbach always win? No,
dude, I'm just an asshole spouting my opinion. Obviously, my opinion's going to be wrong 90% of the time. It wasn't wrong about the Mets last year, though. But no,
you hit that one on the head.
90%. So here's the thing: we talk about so much stuff. A lot of times, I share an opinion on things I don't know about. But that's okay because we're just having a conversation.
No,
you're allowed to have a conversation. Sure. But I know that a lot of times it could go completely
off the
opposite way than I call it.
But anyway, so. I think the Knicks.
I'm not sure how we got here.
I am. We were to the point is, back to this. Back to this. The thing is, the Knicks I think are in a great spot, and I think whoever comes out of that Philly Miami game they're the underdog against the Knicks. I don't care who it is. It is. Okay, the Knicks are better defensively than both these teams. I believe they're deeper than both these teams, and I believe they're better coached than both these teams. I do.
Wow.
I do. I really do. I wasn't kidding when I said the Knicks are the biggest.
Spoelstra and the Nurse?
Spoelstra had LeBron James. He never won without LeBron James. He got there, but he never won. Okay. Nurse
never had a great team, though.
Nurse won his title
That's not
because Klay Thompson went down. Actually, I'm sorry, KD went down. Whoever it was went down when they played Toronto.
That's a good point.
If Golden State is healthy, Toronto does not win that series, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Okay, there's one expert that would disagree with me because I've heard them all say.
Didn't Klay get hurt too?
Yeah,
he sprained his ankle or something.
They went in without
Klay.
KD, and Klay got hurt in the first game of the series.
Oh, I thought KD tore his knee in the second or third game.
No, he went down before that.
Really?
Yeah, and then they lost Klay, and it was like ball game. Ball game was over.
Well, because Kawhi.
They won in 5.
Then Kawhi became the best player in the.
Well, Kawhi. Yeah, if it's just
KD was the best player.
Yeah,
he gets hurt. Now Kawhi becomes the best player.
I mean, so my thing is, if Golden State's healthy, whatever the circumstances are, Nick Nurse doesn't have a ring. Doesn't. So no, those things are inflated. Because I guarantee you, if I gave Thibodeau LeBron James, Thibodeau has a ring by now.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. If I give him LeBron James at 28 years old, yeah, he has a ring.
Well, LeBron James,
which is when, by the way, that's when Spoelstra had
LeBron James with Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul.
Yeah, he probably had 2 rings, like what Spoelstra has. Yeah, how funny that works. Okay, that's the thing. Like
we've always said, but Spoelstra is, I think, is a pretty strong coach.
I didn't say he's a bad coach. I'm saying this guy's a better one. He's a better one. Look at what the Knicks did this year. Look what they overcame this year.
Pretty unbelievable.
That starts with the coach, whether you like it or not. That's a mindset. Okay? And by the way, and then you've got to get the players that fit that mindset.
And they've done that.
They've done that. So that's coaching. That's the GM. They got it right. They got a team that nobody wants to play. And when you got that, you got it right.
That guy Hahn, I think he was talking with Legler. And Legler said the thing about how if I'm the Knicks, I don't want any part of the Sixers. And
I disagree with
Hahn
that
said, I want to push back on you a little bit there. It was like
I saw this.
He said Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo all played at Villanova. That's like a home game for them.
It is a home game for them.
And they've already gone in there and they beat Philly by double digits.
With Embiid
and without. That was before Anobi was there.
Yeah.
Now, Randall played in that game.
Yeah.
So, kind of a wash.
That is a wash.
But I like that he put that out there because up until that point, everybody was just like,
they're and this guy deserves the credit. They're blowing Maxey up into. This is the thing. Maxey's had a great year. Boy, he could have been an all-star. Okay,
he's really good.
He's not having the year Jalen Brunson's having. No, not even close. And the thing is, OG and Anobi might be able to shut Maxey down. Which is the thing, because OG's not going to cover Embiid. He's too big for him. He's not going to cover him. He's 6'7", he's 7'1". He's not covering him.
You got to use Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, you're going to use those guys. But what they can do is they can swallow Maxey up with him. Mm-hmm. And then it's Embiid against Brunson. And again, they don't have the guards to run it.
Well, the only thing is Oubre and Harris, right? Tobias Harris are the other guys.
I've never...
Kelly Oubre apparently is having a pretty good year. Joel's in love with him.
He's got decent career numbers.
Yeah.
He's just not the guy you go get that puts you over the top.
Sure.
He's not that dude.
No, Embiid or
See,
Maxey.
Joel as usual is just looking at a number. He's not looking at the history of this kid. Okay, really? Show me another place where he's been that guy that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I guarantee you're not going to find a team that he was that guy on. But now suddenly he's going to be that guy? I don't think so. Because he's had plenty of chances to be that guy, and he was never that guy. But now he is? No. It's not like we're asking the guy. This is the thing. And Oubre's a good... I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is. But
you're saying he's not going to score what he's been scoring?
Not against the Knicks.
Well...
Not against the Knicks, he won't.
I'm interested to see how they play.
Like I said, you're going to take. You have a guy that if that guy, you can shut a guy off with Anobi, and he can shut off either one of them.
You think he can guard Maxey?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because guarding a smaller, quicker player is all about down and distance, so to speak. And what that down and distance is, it's your contesting hand. Your contesting hand. You've got to keep that space.
He's got those long arms.
You got to keep that. He's got longer arms than normal people. He's got Kevin McHale arms.
Yeah.
The thing is this. The reason Kevin McHale was a great defender because he had a wingspan where he literally, his arm was so long, it was 2.5 steps between him and James Worthy, and he could contest Worthy's shot. So even though Worthy was a step and a half quicker, do you see where I'm going with this? All McHale did would keep the space, so when he went up, he could contest the shot.
Yeah.
Anunoby knows how to do the same fucking
But the size difference is a little different.
It's worse in
Right.
Anunoby's favor because Maxi's like 6'2", 6'1".
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's 6'7".
Yeah. But I mean, the Mikhail to who were you comparing? James
Worthy?
Worthy. That was only a couple inches, right?
Well, yeah, but then there's Mikhail's wingspan. This is the thing. Because 1'6'11", 1'6'8". That's not as big, but then
That's still
Mikhail.
close. I didn't realize that was 3
But
inches.
then Mikhail does this, and after he knocks out a fan base over there, and then Worthy steps back, and goes, "Where is he? Oh, I can't see past his big fat hand with his 5 digits."
Yeah.
And that, by the way, was 2.5 steps. So if Worthy was 2 steps quicker, which is ridiculous, he still couldn't get by him off the first dribble. And Anunoby, I've seen him do this.
Yeah, but I wonder what that would do to the rest of the defensive matchups. If he was there.
I'm saying he covers the one that's on fire. If the guy gets hot, start him out on what's his nuts, Oubre or whatever, whoever's in there. But if one of these guys suddenly gets
a guy
hot,
like Oubre is not scoring on OG. Not like that.
I'm saying he's not scoring on him. I think he could shut him down completely. I'm
But-
just saying that to me, the thing is you got to stop Maxi.
Yeah.
Because Embiid's going to get his. You got to shut. If you shut Maxi down, Embiid has proven he can't beat you by himself. And they have a guy that I think can stop Maxi. And I'm pretty sure Tom Thibodeau feels the same way.
Yeah.
But here's what he'll do. He'll pick his spots. He won't just have him on him the whole time. He'll switch him on. He'll do it to confuse him. Tibbs will mess with this. Like at the end of the quarter when they're trying to get a basket, all right, you're covering them now because they're going to probably go to him. Okay, things like situations when he'll put him on him. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to tip his hand and have him from the jump on him. He's going to pick his spots to use him.
Yeah.
Because he needs him to do other things. So he can't just waste his whole time on Maxi. But when he needs to get a stop or make sure Maxi doesn't get the ball, I'd be certain if that guy's standing, he's going to be Obre's going to be, or rather OG's going to be guarding him. I would almost bet it. Okay, so unless Oubre's got 30 points and 10 threes, and he's going, no, you got to guard him. Okay, so that's how Tibbs will play it, and this is the luxury of having a 6'7" defensive stopper. This is what made Dennis Rodman so great, but Rodman was 6'8". You could deploy a guy to any one of 4 positions in the game. If that position got hot, you could shut it down. You know how many teams have that luxury? Very few. Very, very few. But the Knicks are one of them.
Actually, so I'm looking at one of the games they played this year, and OG and Randall were there. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they were 1 point together. Yeah, they had the best record in the league for a month, and then
they beat the Sixers by about 40.
Yep,
in Philly.
in Philly.
Now, Randall had 8 points, OG had 11, Hartenstein 17, Brunson 29, DiVincenzo 14, Deuce McBride 15. Jeez, Quentin Grimes had 19?
Sounds like balance, America.
Quentin Grimes was actually playing at that point.
Sounds like balance. Sounds like
So it would be a different game because
like
no
the
Randall.
Sounds like the type of team I don't want to face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why, I mean,
This is
Legler
what-
was talking
this is
all
what
about,
Legler's not
you don't
looking
want to see
at.
the Heat or the Sixers.
Why?
You don't
Why?
want to see the Knicks,
I gotta
bitch.
ask you, yeah, why? Because Philly went down into Miami and beat a Heat team that's actually showing its age, because they are.
Did Jimmy Butler play?
Yeah, he did.
What's up with him?
Getting old. 32. Starting to break down. I mean,
Getting old, that's crazy.
he's getting old. He's 32 is not over the hill, but he's also got he's got mileage and he's got injury history. He's the nicks and the bumps are adding up with him. They're trying to get him to ratchet it up for the playoffs.
Knicks and the bumps, eh?
The Knicks and the bumps. So I'm not scared of either of those two teams, and I don't think the Knicks should be either, especially with home court. And they're going to play each other. So one of them's it's going to be a bloodbath between the two of them. They're going to beat each other up. Who the hell knows what's going to happen in that game? What if one of those guys goes down in that game?
Well, that could be helpful.
I'm just saying that this is the thing. Those two teams are going to kill each other. You know why? Because they don't want to play the Celtics in the first round.
Dude, somebody was
Thank
saying...
you. You're welcome, New York Knicks. You're welcome. You're welcome in advance.
Somebody was saying the Celtics don't want to see Philly, and I was like, why not?
Are you kidding me?
Why not?
Are you kidding me? That you think the Celtics... Look it. The Celtics beat Philly last year, and they weren't nearly as good a team as they were this year. Philly's the same fucking team, minus James Harden. They are. They added what's his nuts there? Buddy Hield. What world is Buddy Hield better than James Harden in? Because it ain't this one. It ain't this
Who
one.
did they trade for Buddy Hield?
I don't know, but Buddy Hield is not James Harden. James Harden last year was 22-10, and was getting praised until he disappeared in games 6 and 7 of the playoffs. Actually, that was in the form of Jaylen Brown, who's an all-defensive caliber player when he sets his mind to it. He didn't just disappear. Jaylen Brown made him disappear. Okay, but Buddy Hield in no universe is James Harden. Can we be clear on that?
We're clear.
Okay, so that's what
I think. He's just a 3-point shooter, or is he?
He's a one-trick pony. Basically, he's not a league MVP.
Well,
how clear can I make this to you?
James Harden.
How clear can I make this to you, Joel? You lost a league MVP, and you're talking about Buddy Hield? Like that's supposed to scare me?
He was actually talking about KO Kelly Oubre.
Did you say Kelly Oubre? Kelly?
Let me look up Kelly Oubre.
Sometimes I hear his footsteps in my sleep. Tom, did you hear that? It's Kelly.
Not Kelly Olynyk.
What's the difference?
Well, there's a big difference, actually.
Not really. Yeah. I mean, the point is, Hield is not on the finals for any MVP sheet. Harden won the damn thing.
All right, Kelly Oubre, 15.4 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists.
He's good. What was Harden's numbers last year? Want to compare him?
More than that.
More than that. So, anyway, Oubre adds a shooter probably, but he's not going to get you 40 like James Harden did in 2 games in that series. Remember that, Joel? Okay. So, and you still lost, and that was Missoula's
31% free throw 3-point shooter.
31. That's not great. That's not even great. That's not good.
Not for the NBA.
No, if he was 38 or 40, I'd be a little more worried. 31? Come on, Joel. What about Mr. Is that Oubre or is that Hield? That's Hield? Is that Hield or Oubre?
Oubre.
What about Hield?
Hield shoots a better percentage than that.
I hope so. Jeez. But anyway.
This guy can score some points. But, again, not scared of that.
No. So, look.
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is your... I want to hear you pick the playing games. Who's coming out of each playing?
Philly's beating Miami.
Okay. And then what happens on the back end?
What's the other? Chicago beats Atlanta. And then we'll talk about that one once it gets set up. In the West, now here's the thing about the West. That game is in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Question there is New Orleans going to be healthy?
Is LA going to be healthy?
It's tough to pick a game when I don't know who the players are yet. But I think are they Wednesday night or Tuesday?
Who's hurt on New Orleans?
Oh, McCollum's back. No, the kid for the wing guy. What's his nuts? Is he not Zion? The kid that came to the thin one.
Oh, Ingram.
They need Ingram back. I'm assuming he's going to be back. Yeah, I think he's going to be back. If he's going to be back, that's 22 points a game. Poof, right back into their lineup. Yeah. That changes things drastically because now LeBron has to cover somebody. Okay, the thing is, who's a lot younger, and longer. But anyway, and now there's the health of Anthony Davis.
That could be rough.
So I don't know how to pick a game when I don't know. I have to know who's going to be in and out. So I'm not going to pick that game. I'll give you the 2 in the East for now. There's the Sacramento Golden State game. Golden State comes in hot. They've won 8 out of their last 10. Sacramento they've been
sliding.
They've been on a descent for about a month now. I don't know what happened to them. I don't get it, but they've gone down.
Malik Monk. They don't have their 6th Man of the Year candidate.
They still have De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. Sabonis led the NBA in triple doubles this year. Double doubles for big men. I mean, how much did they lose with this kid?
He's a big part of what they did last year too.
Yeah, no, he's a good player, but you tell me those two can't win a few more games than they. I mean,
you're right. They were up 20 on the Knicks and lost.
At one point, they were 5th in the West. They fell all the way to 9.
Yeah.
I
think they were up 20 on the Knicks without OG.
And lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No. Not without OG. If he's there, okay, I can see that. But I just don't know. To me, I'm going to give that one to Golden State because I think this is Golden State's last hurrah. And I think they're either going to get in and they're going to either give Denver a surprise, not beating them, but they're going to challenge them, or they're going to. I tell you what, if they do face OKC, who knows? OKC,
because you don't know what they're going to do. They're so young.
They've never been in this position before. They're number one seed. Last time they were in this position, it was Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Okay.
It seems like SGA though. He's
love his game.
He's one for the moment.
Love his game. Chet Holmgren has been as good as he's outstanding. I know Wembanyama is, but Holmgren has been outstanding this year. He is not disappointed. He's not. He is not. And he's only going to get better. So, and he came off an injury that he missed his whole rookie year. He came back, played the full season, and he was a big contributor to what they did. And they're the 1 seed. And really, it's his first year. And he's like the second or third leading scorer. He's done a hell of a job, that kid. So, don't sleep on them. But again, Golden State and them, that'd be a very, very interesting matchup. It really would be. So I can't pick that LA New Orleans teams. I don't know who's in and who's out. I don't know. So I can't give you a giggle smoke guarantee on that one, but I'll give you 3.
Well, let's pick it pretending that they're healthy.
If everybody's healthy, New Orleans. If everybody's healthy. Meaning Ingram's 100%, McCollum's 100%, Zion's been the one who's been 100% this year, ironically. It's usually the way around. The other two have been around. He's been the one that can't stay in the lineup. So,
he's had a quiet, good year.
Yeah, he's been very good this year. He's played 70-something games.
There's not a lot of talk around him, though.
Because he's buried in a loaded Western Conference. Yeah. They're buried. I mean, they...
remember, all the coverage he was getting last year about his weight and, things he was saying and shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you don't really hear about him, but it seems like he's doing pretty well.
Look, he has manned up.
Yeah.
To his credit, he has been there. He's been reliable. He's been their best player. He's been everything. And he gives you he's that guy that gives you a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
He's when they say the term, well, they got a puncher's chance. And when they say, well, they go, that guy. He's that guy. Okay? So, because who knows what he's capable of. He hasn't hit his ceiling. We don't know what his potential is. He's that great unknown. Where from a physical standpoint, he's defying everything. And it's like a guy like that, he's a unicorn. It's like, what's his ceiling? We don't know. We just don't know. Okay? So that's the wild card.
All right. But let me ask you something. So I know the answer in the East, which is if everything goes the way you think it would, Celtics should come out of the East. Okay? But in the West, who do you say that if everything goes the way you think it would, who's the team that comes out of the West? That's a tougher question.
Because this falls into the whole. Well, if Minnesota,
top 3 teams were basically tied.
If Minnesota is healthy, they lost Karl Anthony Towns for 2 months. When they had him,
still were tied for the
when they had him, they were 4 games up on Denver. 4
and Oklahoma City.
I think they were 2 up on them, but they were 4 up on Denver, and they both took the season series from Denver.
So, are you saying if everything went?
If I knew Minnesota was going to be healthy, I'd probably pick Minnesota.
Really?
But I don't know if they're going to be healthy. And I know this: they're going to have to go to Denver now because they lost that home court advantage. That changed.
I thought you were going to say Denver.
See, if they were Denver's my second pick. If it were as it stands, it's Denver. Now, the good news is I don't think it's going to be easy for them.
They could lose. No, but that's the thing. They could definitely lose.
I don't know. The other thing about Denver is I don't know how healthy Jamal Murray is. He's had this nagging injury. Now, the hope is with the week off, hopefully it'll be healed.
That week is good for teams.
Yeah, but the problem is he was playing in that game because they had to win it. So now he's going to get a week off. That should really help the teams that are But this playing hurts people because you got to play. You got to prepare. You can't just put your feet up for a week.
But who are they playing at the 6th seed?
They drew. Well, the Minnesota drew Phoenix. Denver got Phoenix because they went in there and beat them twice. Phoenix, by the way, went in and beat Minnesota. Now again. Cat Towns didn't.
Denver got Phoenix?
Denver would have gotten Phoenix had they been the 3 seed. As it is, Minnesota got them.
Oh, so who does Denver have?
They
At the
have
7?
they have.
We don't know.
We don't know
Okay.
yet. They
For some reason, I thought Denver did get the 3 seed.
no, because Minnesota lost. Had Minnesota won, they would have had it because they had the tiebreaker over Denver.
Who did
Denver
Minnesota lose to?
They lost at home to Phoenix. That's that game. I said that game. That's why I
And
picked
Phoenix
it
needed that game
to stay out of the play-in.
Okay.
This is why Sunday was so awesome because both sides.
Well, then that was the only real game that.
That game really mattered.
Yeah, that
Think
game,
about
that
it, because
one.
Denver didn't want to see Phoenix in the first round as the 3 seed when they already went there twice and beat them. Denver did not want to see Phoenix. They'll never admit it, but they didn't. And by the way, they couldn't do anything with Kevin Durant. He shit on them every single time. He looked like 28-year-old Kevin Durant every time he played him. It was unbelievable. So they don't want. That's a bad matchup for them. It really is because they can't cover Booker, they can't cover Beal, and they can't cover Durant. That's the problem.
Okay, but now the teams that are coming out, it's either going to be New Orleans or L.A., and neither one of them can beat Denver.
Nope.
Right?
If New Orleans has Ingram, they have 3 scores. They have a puncher's chance. Because
But it would still be Denver's series to lose.
yeah, Denver would be the
Right,
favorite,
yeah.
but I think New Orleans can push them if they're healthy. New Orleans can definitely push them because again, Denver has a problem. They struggle with strong perimeter wing teams. They struggle with that. Like Minnesota, like Oklahoma, like Phoenix. Teams that have like 2s and 3s that are awesome. 2 and 3 guards, two guards and small forwards. Denver struggles with teams like that.
So
Which is why
Boston's
Which is why I get so mad with the Celtics because they've got the best combination of that. But this goes back to my point of how stupid they are.
It's like how the fuck?
You
are this team's kryptonite?
How is
you stick it up
Oklahoma and
your own
Minnesota,
ass.
whose wings aren't as good as you guys, the combined, beating them and you keep blowing the game? Because one game, this guy
Raph,
can't.
get off your knees.
Yeah, I mean, no, but think about it. That's why they took the season series from Denver, both OKC and Minnesota, because of their wings. Because Denver has a hard time matching up with the wings.
Random thought. I have to just throw this in here. I saw this video on Twitter of this guy playing catcher. Somebody was recording his audio, and he catches the pitch, and the ump calls it a ball, and he goes, did you have your phone turned off? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you just missed a call.
Yeah, that stuff's not working at all.
Good line, though,
It's a very good line.
You just missed the call.
And the thing is, the ump can't even toss him because inside the ump's head, he's going, shit, that's good. And it was creative. He's never heard
and
that
it's
one
not
before.
that rude.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not terrible.
It's one of those,
Yeah, exactly.
you donkey.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals.
Keep your mouth shut.
You keep your mouth shut if you know it was good for
Good
your
for
buddy.
you. Pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
But anyway, that's the giggle smoke prediction for those 3 games. I can't pick that LA one because New Orleans. I don't know who the players are going to be.
You picked New Orleans.
No, I said if they were healthy.
Right.
But I'm not picking that game because I don't know if they're going to be healthy.
We caveat it. We know.
Anyway, I like again Philly, Chicago, and Golden State.
Beautiful.
Those 3. Okay. Knicks, don't worry. Just get your rest.
Be happy.
Don't worry. Get your rest. Celtics, pray for Miami because you owe them one. You owe them one.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I gotta believe, God help me, that this is the one way I know they won't take a team.
I've never
lightly.
seen you look up at God like that.
No, but no, because this common sense tells you this is the team that they won't look past because of what happened last year. They will come out of the gates firing because they know what this team did to them last year. That's common sense.
If they do,
the problem is
if they do, Missoula is gone.
the problem is the Celtics have proven they're devoid of common sense. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. That's the problem. But I want this team because here's the thing. Like I said, if they sweep them, that'll tell me something. Okay, check that one off. Okay, so
They're locked in.
They're locked in because that's the way. Because again, last year, first round, Atlanta, 6 games. What the fuck are you doing? You kidding me?
The fact that went past 5
was
the
a joke.
red
It should
flag.
have swept them. I said any
Should have swept them, but
Should've
5
swept
would have
them.
been fine.
No, but yeah, I said to you, if they struggle with that team, I know they're fucked.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then as soon as they lost that, they should have swept them.
Yeah. No, when
they lost that first
when
game.
you were saying that, I was kind of like, in my head, I'm like, of course they're going to sweep them. And then they didn't.
No.
You
So
were right.
they lose game 5 at home and then go win game 6 in Atlanta. What the fuck? Does that make any fucking sense at all? Oh, but wait. No, they
just
had
making things hard.
But wait, they were like, hold my beer. They draw Philly. Joel Embiid doesn't play in game 1, and they lose at home. Give me a break.
You know what they said? They said, oh, Hawks took us to 6. What do you say we let Philly take us to 7?
I think it'll be fun. Be great.
Then,
the
Heat.
A little palpitations for the fan base.
Then in come the Heat, and they go, how many games do you think we should spot them?
Yeah.
You think give them game 1?
Nah, that's too easy.
Game 2?
You know what? 3.
The full Monty. Let's give him 3 games.
Can you imagine?
Let's just try to push ourselves.
When we come back from that, we're gonna be gods. Oops.
Obviously, that's not what they said to themselves.
Or maybe they did. We don't know.
No.
We don't know. They're devoid of confidence. I don't know. We don't know. Every time I think this team turns a corner, they do something where you're like,
it was a poop moment.
You think you're looking at your 10-year-old son going, what the hell are you doing?
It was a poop moment.
You know?
They pooped themselves.
Like, what are you doing? You know? So that's the Boston Celtics until they prove otherwise. But anyway, that's segment 2.
That is the night, dude. It's 11:40. Jesus Christ.
I thought you want to talk Mets baseball, but all right.
I do, but I got to go home.
Yes. All right. Anyway,
you don't like talking about the Mets?
Okay,
that's fucked up.
I just want to see you get all
fucked up.
Anyway, we'll be back Wednesday or Thursday.
I don't know. We'll see.
Thursday. And the first, those plans will be done, at least in the East, and we'll go over that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Thursday would make sense. But until then, you guys enjoy Tipping Back Tuesday, Wetmore Wednesday. We'll see you on Thursday.
And let's go Mets. They did just beat the Pirates tonight.
Hey, Red Sox, stop wasting good outings, you donkeys.
That's why he's cheating.
I don't want to talk about those idiots. They're still 9-8. But anyway, again, blew another quality start. Besides the point, we will see you guys Thursday for the Red Up One Time is the highly questionable RJ Miliaccio. You know the drill, America.
Too legit to quit. Did you just do too legit to quit?
This.
Did you just do too legit?
No, I did this.
Did you just do cut it out like Uncle Joey from Full House?
Good night, America.
Thanks.
And that's not what I did.